The process of quilting is putting little pieces together to make a big piece. It's just a making up of fabric, of small pieces of fabric, putting them together to make a big piece, and then you can either tie it, you can quilt it, you can just leave it plain or frame it, or you can do whatever you want with it. So that's about it. A large hand quilt, which I've made several, I made them for all the family, they take 6 months to quilt. I mean, just to do the quilting. It doesn't take that long to do the top, but it takes that long because you can only quilt 3 or 4 hours a day because your fingers get really, really sore. And so that takes a while, you know. But one of these, you know, like the ones that you do piece like this, and then you machine quilt it, which is much faster, they would take probably 2 weeks because it's a lot of planning. If you screw it up, then you get to take it out and do it over again, which I have done several times. It's just a process, unless you do a really simple quilt, you know, like squares, tip, 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 like that. It takes a while because you have to decide what you're going to do, what pattern you're going to use, what colors you want to integrate. I mean, you know, if you want a contrast like this over here, or if you want it to kind of blend in, you have to make that decision, and you have to have the fabric. So it's just a process, you know. It's like woodworking. You can't just start. You have to have an idea. You have to have the wood. This, you have to have an idea what you're going to do. You just can't start putting pieces together. It's going to look like But so you really have to have a design that you're going to work with to start. And then you can change it if you want to. But you really have to do that. And you have to know how much fabric you're going to need and all that kind of stuff. Okay, the cathedral is a Bargello technique. Bargello technique came from an old design. All the designs are old. It was a flame design. You probably know, but they used to make fabric for upholstery fabric in a flame design. It went off like this, up like this. And so this is a takeoff on that. You just stack the colors up so that they make, and it depends on how wide you do it, how fast the curve goes up. It can be a very flat curve or a very tight curve if you use the little bitty pieces. Kaleidoscope is the same technique, but a different way you put it together. It's very symmetrical, where the cathedral is very asymmetrical, so it gets a whole different look. I've always wanted to do a very intricate, very elaborate 12 Days of Christmas, because, you know, they're very fun. And this pattern is so much fun because you can use the wildest colors. I mean, there's blue geese and purple ducks, you know. I mean, you can use all different kinds of stuff, and it's all got either silver or gold in it so that it shines because it's Christmas. And so this was great fun, and it's all applique. Well, no, there's piecing in the strips, but it's amazingly applique, but it's great fun because you can use such weird colors. There's just so many patterns and so many things that you want to do. You've got 10 planned ahead of time because you want to do those, and you've got to finish these first, you know, so it just goes on and on and on.